Hey y'all. Let's be honest. Why sex fades in marriage? And when this happens, sex is the real part. And intimacy fades. For today is talk about sex. That being said, I'm Nikki.
And I'm George.
And this is the G-Way podcast. Let's get into it. It's Valentine's Day coming up. Hey, let's talk about sex. Let's talk about it. Yeah. So we here for y'all to give y'all some pointers right before the big old time to love one another, even though you're supposed to be having these things happening throughout anyway, right? So this is what we're gonna do. We broke it down in segments for y'all, so we know a lot of marriages be suffering when it comes to intimacy side. That's the question we want to ask. So me and George jotted down some things. Common reasons intimacy fades. All right. Emotional disconnection, mental load imbalance, stress, exhaustion, unseen or unappreciated, rejection, sensitivity over time. Right? This is the question I have for you, George. When was the first time you noticed intimacy changing?
First time I saw it fade.
Like what scenario?
Scenario?
What
I
kind of
would
year?
say
Probably what year was it? Like probably about 5 years. Like
we talking after marriage, right?
yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, now it's out there.
okay, so like I would say like after year 3, the tough times like in
Yeah.
marriage.
When we were
That's
busy,
when they
because
say
when I was a stay years within our marriage, probably like the second year of our marriage. So that's probably so big.
yeah.
Then when I went to work,
yeah.
it was like we couldn't get it out. I'm tired, and we had to take care of the children. So that's probably what I would say,
I
right?
was thinking so times
So we
were
had to make that time.
tough.
But yeah, we
Yeah.
about to get into some more information for y'all.
So next, when sex becomes pressure. All right, here's a few things that when it becomes pressure to us. How performance based on sex versus connected. How repeated rejection creates emotional walls. Why don't we have sex pushes your partner further away? Shown some people when
Yeah,
you
like why
ask
we not having sex? Like how you
yeah
gonna ask your
spouse that, I feel like you would ask that before I will because you gonna want to know what's going on, right?
Yeah,
So I would say most times my wife would be like, what's going on? We ain't had it.
yeah.
So then, it kind of has me, hey, what's up with me?
Yeah.
You know?
And it's crazy because women, we come up because y'all will be like try to touch us and feel us, but women, if we want to have sex, we gonna be like not saying too much. I know for sure when we first got married, I know we be speaking of God, but we was intimate before we was married. So we were married. And
Right.
then I was telling him like, what's going on? Like we married now. So then it's sexual emotional safety. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my thing is what George was like, so you don't wanna have to I'm like,
What?
George, I don't wanna have to be like, babe, you wanna have like when we got
Exactly.
married,
We didn't.
but it
I
wasn't the
didn't.
right way with God's way,
Yeah.
like
She
before
didn't
we
even
were
have to
arguing.
ask what,
And it's crazy, like we married and we under God's contract
Yeah.
of it and all those things, but
Yeah.
he nervous now.
I was trying to do it God's way.
But it is God,
Yeah, so I mean,
right?
I feel like for a man, it comes down to different time, knowing when is
Mhm.
the right time to check with your wife and see how she doing, and then see how you doing, to where y'all can have that understanding.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that is right because
Yeah.
I might not be on the same page when he probably want to do it. I probably wasn't wanting to do it,
Right.
but have a key words that we be like we say
Yeah.
that we know
Yeah,
what
we
that
got
means.
keep
Y'all find y'all a key
trigger
word
words.
that'll help y'all with to know. Hey, this is what I'm trying to get across about this stuff later.
Yes.
So then we got the next part would be emotional sexual intimacy. Emotional intimacy includes being heard without defensiveness, because some people be like taking the defense when your person like we haven't had sex in a while, and then they like, so what? Why you bringing it up or talking to like it like that? And then affection. So don't be expecting nothing, or don't be trying to do something like that. Don't make sense. Like why you trying to do something nice and the rewards feeling like that you should be having sex with me or
Yeah.
we should be having sex. Why some partners need connection first, all right?
Yeah.
So I think that's saying like some couples I need to have the connection because you really do need to have a connection to be like anybody, but it's
Yeah.
like the intimacy part is important when it's especially when you're married. Those are the things that I would say that people be looking for. Like, hey, we don't even have a connection to you. What is this?
Yeah.
Like we haven't been holding hands, we haven't been kissing. Like I feel like I'm just have sex. Like let's get this understood. So the question is, what makes you feel to be vulnerable
Mm,
with your spouse?
yeah.
Like, what would that be like?
Makes me feel emotionally safe enough to be vulnerable.
Uh-huh.
So, pain, if I
Feel
have
your
to
pain.
cry, it's
What is something that we can be vulnerable with?
when we can just be honest and talk to each other and
Yeah.
let each other know how we ends kissing and
Yeah.
just sharing things about each other to each
Mhm.
other feel good.
So that's something that you can feel like that safe, especially you can have safe, like if he just
Mhm.
come to me and grab my hand
Yeah.
and start talking to me, as
Yeah.
women, we like that kind
Yeah.
holding my hand, pop me on my butt while I'm cooking,
Right.
those things, and I'll be like, oh, okay. We know how to, as you get into your years of marriage, you'll start feeling in something that you can get a safe place and have your person be vulnerable enough to be like, okay, we can do this. Because you want to keep that intimacy, right?
You want it. Yes.
Okay. So now is right. You ready, George?
Yes.
We about to get into
So,
favorite notes.
all right.
Let's go,
All right,
George.
y'all. It's that time again. Got some things for the men and females, but I'm starting with the men. Okay. Men are always satisfying and pleasing your woman. That is your responsibility. It's the woman's responsibility to satisfy and please her man as well. So, responsibility to please each other. It's not a one person's
One
job.
person job. Need both.
You need both.
Yeah.
It takes two to tangle. Okay. Nick, women, if you are attending a church and your spouse is not, you to attend and also continue to encourage your spouse to participate, your spouse, so that God can help out in that situation.
Okay, George,
Right?
you hitting something because
Women,
you
y'all
want
keep
that.
going to church because God's going to work with you
Yeah.
and through you.
And speaking of that, wasn't married before we
Mhm.
got married. I was attending church and he wasn't. I don't know if y'all seen it. That's what we talked about that. And I just kept coming, and I was in my back of my mind. I'm like, why this man won't come to? Can't be with a man that don't want to be with the Lord. So
Yeah.
if I keep going to church and keep praying, and I kept doing it, said eventually he'll end up coming. So I thank God that he did.
Okay. And last, couples, small things for each other. Most women enjoy simple things. Find out about the things that makes both of you happy and keep doing it through your relationship.
Okay,
All right.
that's
So
all you got, George.
that's what I have
All
today.
right,
Thank
let's
y'all
give
for
it up
that.
for.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now y'all know what time it is. It's time that we get into
Real.
real. Let's get into it. So we talked about the intimacy side and to help y'all understand and help get to that intimacy in that 6 point marriage and all of those good things. So now it says we have a things that say intimacy, right?
Mm.
So that's what we want to do. If y'all lock in intimacy or if y'all have lost it, y'all some pointers on how to rebuild it. So first is remove pressure. So I know a lot of people don't like to talk about those conversations, right?
Yeah.
They don't want us. You might be either. I don't. I really never understood how can you be is to talk about sex with your spouse when we know that that's part of the marriage. But it's a lot of if you're not pleased in your
Yeah.
in your intimacy side with your sex, so you
Yeah.
might not want to talk. Okay, so then rebuild non-sexual touch. So that's what ends like George
Yeah.
said,
Rebuild that.
kissing,
Hugging,
hugging
kissing.
each
Yeah.
other, doing things leads into
Yeah.
sex, right?
Whispering in the ear,
Yeah. So are
kissing the
you on
neck.
this?
Okay. And the next one is schedule connections. Not just sex, but time eat breakfast in the
Yeah.
morning together.
Connections are all
Yeah.
those things are
Yeah.
connections like that. Something
Getting
later
to
on.
something else,
Mhm.
to your
You know.
next place.
Mhm.
So that you can talk about desires without having to blame. So I about something or
What kind of
a
desire?
fantasy, right? I can tell my spouse. Hopefully she can fulfill that fantasy, but I'm at least got to tell her,
Right.
right?
And I remember when we were first married and we was like we said we used to be doing stuff and he used to always do all these things and I used to tell he like, well, babe, I don't want you doing all of that stuff like now since we married.
He was a holy lady
What
then.
kind of I'm your wife.
Yeah.
My body is your body and your body is mine. There's no boundaries when it comes to those type of things. So men, I want to tell you if you about your wife not pleasing those desires, stop it because that's what your wife is for. Okay. And then addressing emotional wounds before bedroom solutions. Emotional wounds.
Yeah.
Now that's deep. Like, cause there's a
Address it.
lot of people, and that goes with I would say emotional wounds and the women would be on our body shape,
Mm-hmm.
our after all of
Yeah.
those things because I know when I had our kids I was kind of like my stretch marks was the breast look different, your body really changed, so I was just like like I don't like, I know you want to be looking at me and doing all
Yeah,
those
but
things, to
like,
my understanding like
yeah.
that don't I don't care about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the things that can come
Mhm.
about.
Right. So ladies, if you having those insecurity or doubts, let your spouse know. and
Mhm.
then y'all can go from there, right?
That's right. And create curiosity and not comparisons. So, if I can
Yeah.
come and say, "Hey, man, I've been thinking, or this, or I have a question for you," or I'm
Mm.
instead of just me comparing them, their level, I can be like, "Let's see if we can do something like this. I like this. How you feel about it?"
Crazy. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I could be like, okay, let's try that. G. But
Mm-hmm.
some stuff. Hey, you be like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we this could work for you. Become married so many years, things get bored.
Yeah.
Like same things that you've been doing, or it get bored. I would
Right.
just say so. Tainted, spicy things that it could create
Yeah.
y'all
You
to
have
be,
to.
on
Yeah.
that same page. So
That
we have
flame.
something for y'all. For the next 7 days, focus on connection without expectation. Do things to have a connection with your
Mm-hmm.
spouse where you're not expecting to see in return as sex, but eventually you're going to end up getting it if it makes sense. So those are the things that we would say. So also another thing is listen to your spouse.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if they telling you, hey, we haven't been having sex, you haven't been doing such as X, Y, and Z, take that consideration to fix it. Avoid temptation, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to avoid you stepping out on your spouse because okay
Yeah, it's
sign where
not
you could
good.
say,
It's not
well, we
right.
wasn't intimate, I just to do this and go out. That's not of God,
Yeah.
right? So we trying to avoid all those things being an option,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So then we're going to go the part where we're going to have our scripture, right? We always got to have a scripture.
That's
So
right.
so the one that we picked was Song of Solomon. Him kiss me with the
Mm-hmm.
kisses of his mouth
Yes.
for your love.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of them ones, right?
Yeah.
On
Yes. I
the desire of intimacy are biblical,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
God flow from love, safety, and delight.
Yes.
Intimacy isn't just the covenant connection.
Mm.
So we giving y'all under the God's way with this, right?
Yes.
So you can't see it in the book. And
Yes.
he's talking about it, right?
Yeah.
It's
God
intimacy
is
isn't the covenant
yes.
connection. So
Yeah.
it's within your covenant contract that you have.
Okay with intimacy within your marriage.
Mhm.
So yeah. Don't feel
So
guilty.
we want to let y'all know you're not broken, you're disconnected. Right. Now, y'all can always get that plug back together
Mm-hmm.
if y'all disconnected.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So now we've been talking about all the things, right? So these are some final takeaways from this, right? You're not broken, you're disconnected. Y'all not able to connect back to that, right? It's just, I mean, you're not disconnected to that point. You just need to
And then intimacy can be rebuilt at any stage of your marriage. You don't have to have how many years put in.
Yeah, you
You
can
can
always
you can
rebuild it,
rebuild it
restart it
each
all the
year.
way over, fix
Yes.
that, seal, if that
Yes.
makes sense, right?
That's right.
Healing intimacy starts outside of the bedroom. In the bedroom, is gonna recreate sex, is gonna create everything else when it comes to intimacy. Intimacy is part of other things that besides having sex. Like it comes with all the connect will fall into play
Yeah.
for the sex. So don't be just thinking if we whatever, then we good. Because
Right.
that's not what we're trying to get at.
That's right. So desire returns where safety and care is restored. When
Yeah.
you get back right,
Mhm.
you clear your mind. It might not need to be
Yeah.
on your mind. That desire can come back. And that flame can
It definitely will, right?
yes. So yeah. So don't lose that.
And then as we go out into the Valentine's season,
Right.
and it should just be let's get that clear
Right.
because I know a lot of ladies, especially they be in a sense like, oh, you haven't did anything for me, and it's not that.
Mhm.
Just throughout the whole year. Valentine's Day is just another day to be able to celebrate love. Is to make sure that you've been doing the right things that you're supposed to be doing the whole year anyway. But
Yeah.
don't be out here trying to look at other people getting flowers and all this stuff. We didn't get that. Oh, he didn't do this for me and we didn't go out to eat.
That's right.
Like, cause me and George, we go out to eat sometime and
Mhm.
sometime we don't. Sometimes we have a dinner
Yeah.
date, just watch a movie, or we take the
Mhm.
kids for Valentine's Day because our anniversary,
Yes.
speaking of that, is coming up on the 26th.
That's right.
And we'll be making
15 years.
years, 15 years of love, right?
Yes.
And then we've been together for 25 years,
25
right?
years. So all of
So the closing is, if
mhm.
sex has faded in your marriage,
Don't
panic,
panic. Yeah.
start reconnecting.
Reconnected.
Don't panic, y'all, right?
That's right.
Make sure y'all do those things.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure y'all gonna have a good
Mhm.
if y'all watching this right now, put it in their comments.
Mhm.
And after you finish watching it and after Valentine's Day come
Mhm.
back, you can come let us know
Yeah.
if we helped y'all get to
Yeah,
that
I'm
bedroom,
sure
right?
we'll
And we
we'll
help,
help y'all out.
yeah,
I
we
know.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So with
With that,
that being said, it's only
only
one
one
way,
way, and that's
and that's the G
G
way.
way.
Love y'all.